already know, voting lines close at midday tomorrow. Not much time for you to make up your mind who you want to save. Have you decided who you think deserves the hothouse? In tonight's show, you'll see that as quickly as the colours of the house change, so do the attitudes of our contestants. Strangely, the black sheep, Pete and Tina, are winning a few friends. Or is it all just a part of yet another alliance?
First up and off to work are our 3 nominated couples. They're keen to do the most work possible on their rooms before potential departure on Monday night. After wasting time hunting down wallpaper, Ben and Kat are behind with painting their room, so they're keen to catch up.
Careful of that really thick line you've got there, babe.
Yeah, no, I'm going back over it right now, don't worry.
Too much paint on the roller.
I know, I'm trying to get it off. Works well with the grey, works well with the colour, so. And the rest of the house, there's a lot of squares. All our basins are square, so it's good, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it's going to be good, I think.
Nat and James have nearly completed their feature wall. Soon they'll move on to furnishings and decorations, if they survive.
Is that straight?
Yeah, straight. You're doing really well. She does a better job than I do.
No good at it.
She's at the steady hand.
At the last nomination ceremony, Nat and James earned votes from Simon and Jules and Ben and Kat. Now, with elimination looming, Nat is feeling the heat.
I think it just feels to me as though like they're rubbing it in my face. You know, like I've heard Kat be vocal like the past few days more than I've ever heard her be vocal. So I just think because I can hear him in the next room and like I'm off at him, like just makes it worse. And you know, the fact that they're doing so much to their room or whatever, it just, yeah, it's getting up my nose.
For the first time in weeks, someone has something nice to say about Pete and Tina.
I said, you know, how do you cope with the fact that people are talking behind your back and you can walk in to the same room and smile and, you know, worry as if nothing's wrong? And she said that, you know, that she's not here for them. She's, you know, here for her kids and the house and all that sort of stuff. She said you just have to focus on what you want. And she actually put it into perspective for me. So I've got a bit more respect for them in that sense because they're copping a flogging and Tina can always still manage to walk in and smile about it, so.
Pete and Tina may be up against 2 couples on Monday night, but it's becoming clear they want Ben and Kat to get the boot.
You don't go around to people's vans trying to tell them how to vote, and if you don't vote for them, then your head's on the chopping block. You don't go throwing hissy fits if you don't get your own way, stuff like that, so people don't want to see that sort of stuff happening here.
Nat and James are a lot more mature than they are, I think.
Yeah, and they actually communicate on a normal level rather than using stand-up
I think
tactics.
they can go a lot further in the game than they can.
The hothouse is down to 7 couples. That's halfway to the $2 million dream. And with tactics now in full swing, it's interesting to hear who the contestants think is in pole position for the prize.
Silent Jules. Silent Assassins could come through.
I did think that Ben and Kat might be up there as well.
We're going to win the house.
Simon and Jules. I think because they have a family.
Yeah.
Probably Calvin and Heather, beating a good chance.
Pete and Tina hold all the cards.
Yeah, I think Pete and Tina will win as well.
I don't know.
Don't know. Give us another week.
None of these.
After the break, Jean-Pierre stirs the troops.
Look, I think it's a bit controversial at the moment, which I think is quite good.
And while Les is away...
I'll ring him. I'm back each day.
Yesterday, Jean-Pierre helped a majority of couples to realise their render needed recolouring. The one thing he couldn't quite secure was exactly which colour it was they wanted.
You don't have to go right to the edges.
Perfect. How it is now.
And what we've got.
Let's get them up on the wall. Let's stand them up. Now we can see them up, and we can see they're nothing like what's there. They're much warmer. They're certainly not grey.
Yeah.
I think the one in the middle is really great.
What about a grey-brown? Like a... Yeah, they look good together.
They do. They're not yellow. So here now, I think we'd almost decided unanimously we don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
Standing up looks a bit khaki, so we'll just get rid of it. Goodbye.
I really like that sandy colour on the right there. I think it looks great with the blue. It looks really beachy and warm.
Yeah. With those colours there, it won't look like a cement block.
We like
and I like, like the one on
the
this
right.
side.
But not everyone is convinced.
I'm a bit unsure now, looking at it on the wall.
I really don't know.
I think you're going to have a meringue, if anything.
They're going to make a big mistake, I think. It's like yellow with a blue fascia and a grey roof. At the moment, it actually ties in.
It's going to look like a lollipop.
Okay, guys, sorry, if you can come back. Can we have hands up for the sandy sort of tones?
So Nat and Amy were tempted, but eventually they joined those in favour of change, and the darker sandy shade was chosen, for the time being.
Wrong decision, mate. Like, there's people in the majority who don't like either of those two colours and they've voted for it. So I don't know what kind of conspiracy is going on.
I want it to be more of a warm feel, Queensland style, tropical type of a house with the wow factor.
Well, we've got to go a bit more warmth. Such a gorgeous island. Why are we here if we're going to go to Chugga? I might as well be in, I don't know, in Iceland. If we've got to wait a couple of days or even 3 or 4 days, then someone else is going to be eliminated, so that I presume that someone will be eliminated from the other group, so it'll be an even bet. So then, you know, the paint hasn't gone on, so we can change it again. Look, I think it's a bit controversial at the moment, which I think is quite good. It's about time we break away from that sheep sort of syndrome.
It is such a huge thing, the render. Like, it's probably the most important decision you make.
We didn't get away with the kitchen, we didn't get away with the niche wall, we didn't get away with, you know, the vanities. You know, we're getting away this time, that's the way it goes, you know, so there's no reason to get too upset.
After their controversial render colour decision, the couples head back to work. Les has been called away on business and has left Colin, the painter, in charge. So, naturally, a problem has surfaced.
Yeah, we've got a major problem, mate. There's no waste pipe for the actual vanity, so we've got to do something about it.
Cole, can you explain what this means? Is it going to delay us, or...?
Oh, it's going to put a big delay. It's put everyone back
Is it going to cost us money, more importantly?
I can't see it costing you money, mate. It's
well, it's the plumber's fault, really.
It's the plumber's fault and not checking the plan, I suppose, before the slab went down. It's a big delay.
Oh, so it's under there?
Oh, it should be.
How do you know it's not there?
Because it's just concrete. There should be a pipe coming up out of the ground there. It's a blue. Yeah.
All right.
Fixed. I'm sure.
We'll get on to Les and...
I'll get a ring Les. I'll ring him. I'll make his day.
Where's Jones speaking?
Jonesy, it's Cole.
Yeah, mate.
We've got a problem.
What's wrong?
Got Christian here with me.
Yeah, Les.
Mate, main bathroom.
Yeah.
No waste for the vanity.
There should be a pipe just coming through the wall about the same height of the other vanity in the main bathroom.
Yep.
In the ensuite.
Yep. Knock a hole in the wall there, and just check the pipes there.
Yeah, mate.
Okay.
That's where it'll be.
The vanity bloke's here to fit it, that's all.
Oh, yeah. No, that's where it'll be, mate.
Okay.
Thanks, Les. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
bye. All right, Les, I hope you're right. Oh, Les. It's definitely there. Hey, Kyle.
Emma.
Looks like it's there, mate. Thank Christ.
Coming up, our nominated couples make a final plea for your votes.
Get on the phone, get on the internet and help us out.
As we reach the halfway mark in the hothouse, 3 couples face the harsh prospect of elimination. For either Ben and Kat, James and Nat, or Pete and Tina, the dream of owning the hothouse will soon be over, and they take a moment to reflect on the camp that's become their home.
We've been here for 2 months now, and it's basically starting to become like a ghost town, which suits us fairly good because it's less people for them to argue with.
This is our cosy little caravan park or
This is our
compound?
side.
Outside, the south side.
Only got 3 of us left. We're pretty much stranded in the middle.
Yeah.
The rest of The people next to us have all got big black crosses over their face, and it'd be lovely not to have one on our house.
We're not ready to go yet. We want to,
Not at all, we're just making it a home.
yeah.
There's a lot of crosses here on either sides of our caravans, actually. And we've sort of been the lucky ones to stay in the middle of all the crosses, like Scotty and Petra, Phil and Libby, Mark and Michelle, they've all gone, and the girls.
Yep. Look at our van. We can't leave it.
Well, I expect a timber deck put in yesterday.
We don't want to end up having this thing across our face.
Yeah, I suppose we've had a target on our back since we first arrived here, and there's probably no way in the world I want to have a cross on my face at this particular time.
This is the van.
And this is where we want to stay for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Keep us here for a couple more weeks at least.
This has been our home for how long now, Jane?
I can't believe it. I think I've counted out to 48 days, actually.
Because this is where we cook all our meals. Haven't done the washing up. It's not as bad as it seems.
So as long as we've got our bed, baby, it's all that matters.
Feels like a home now because we've got a pantry, our little sink. So we hide everything in there, and
This is our retreat from all the couples here, you know, because basically we're outnumbered every day while we're here. So this is our home away from the hot home.
The couple's now aware it's you who can make or break their dream, so they jump on every opportunity to plead their case.
Yeah, I think, Kat and myself really have, all the way through this, have been really passionate about the whole process of building this house, and never afraid to sort of put our point across.
We are who we are. We're real people. You know, we're very down to earth. We're not high maintenance or anything. And I just think Australia should keep us in because we're a family couple with children wanting, this great Australian dream.
Both couples are already established. Pete and Tina have a home. They've got a $4,000 TV that he keeps going on about, a gym setup.
Gym setup.
Whereas Kat and myself were really looking for the start together before this whole experience happened.
I really hope Ben and Kat go because I think we need to get rid of the cattiness in the joint. She's quite bitchy, quite immature. Ben, well, I think Ben's, I don't know about Ben. He's just very, very confusing to read. But, with Kat, we can definitely see where she's going, and that's not very far.
We had a lot of respect for Ben and Kat before, but it's just they've shown their true colours in the last week, and it's not right what they've done. And I don't think the Australian public implore dishonesty or just deceit, for that matter. I mean, it's not right to stand up in front of people and lie. And they lied.
Lie to your face.
Lie to your face.
James was going on about his integrity and his morality, and the week before that he had so much to say about Pete and Tina, and now this week they're best of buddies.
Having lunch together.
And whereas like a week ago they wouldn't have even stepped foot near the caravan. So it makes me wonder, where he's coming from, to be honest.
I will challenge anybody to come in here and to put up with what me and Tina have put up with from everybody here, to be ridiculed, to be not invited to anything, to be backstabbed, to be spoken about every day, and to fight back and still hold your head high. And that's why we think that we should stay.
But I think we're straight shooters and people like that, and we're honest, we're hard-working. And
I think we represent,
we have a bit of fun.
the young Aussie couple that wants to make a start. So.
Yeah, and we have a bit of fun and people can relate to that.
Where Kat and I are coming from, it's more, the start for
we
for
need
something.
that start.
We need that
start,
help. So I think that's why you should not vote for them and vote for us.
So that's why you should get on your phone.
Get on the phone, get on the internet and help us out.
If you want to save Ben and Kat, SMS the number 3 to 188 1110. Or to save Nat and James, SMS the number 11. If you want to save Pete and Tina, SMS the number 14. Alternatively, you can vote via our website. Next, our couples answer some pretty tough questions.
Who's the hottest female on site? Jeff and Amy on 1.
And Pete and Tina spill the beans.
Let's try to do an alliance.
And now everybody to the dance floor.
The couples have been told to assemble in the pavilion this evening for a special task. On each chair is an anonymous questionnaire, and the couples have 3 minutes to complete it. Once done, they must place it in the toolbox and sit down, all the time not discussing their answers with anybody. As the pavilion housekeeper, Tina has been chosen to read out the answers.
Which contestant contributes least to the building? Okay, we got Ames on 7.
Bit of a surprise to get more than some other people, but look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Exactly.
We've got Pete on 5, Christian on 1, and we've got Kat on 1.
I think I know who voted for me for the least worker.
Oh, it's definitely Pete.
Obviously Pete.
Yeah.
He seems to think I do nothing when all I'm doing is working my ass off. So.
The next question, which you'll all have a good laugh at. Who's the hottest male contestant on site? We've got Brett on 5. We've got Pete on 3.
I agree. To come up as the second sexiest here on the island, mate, that's not too bad either. You know? Like, someone like me, you know, like, go on.
Put down the best looking male was Pete, so of course I was taking the piss, but you know.
We've got Ben on 2.
Oh, mate, I knew it was going to happen.
I voted for you, baby.
My blue steel's just not working.
And we've got Calvin on 2, Simon and James on 1.
I'm surprised I wasn't the best looking male.
Who's the hottest female on site? Okay, we've got Kat on 4. We've got Jules on 3.
I put Jules. I think Jules is a cute little package.
And I'm surprised that Jules didn't get 14 votes hands down for the best looking girl. But if they had had a question of the sweetest girl, she would have got all 4.
Natsy and myself on 2. I feel very privileged with you, Nat. We've got Heather, Jeff and Amy on 1. How cute's that? Who voted
I
for
don't
you?
know. You did, probably.
Did not.
Female? Must have been James.
No.
You're a good James.
You're the hottest woman here, not Brett.
Next question. Which contestants are flying under the radar? We've got Cow and Heather on 10. Whoa! We've got Amy and Christian on 4. And we have Nat and James, Kat and Ben, and Jeff and Brett on 1.
I expected it. Yeah, I even put us down.
I found it interesting because everyone actually moved.
We haven't copped a lot of votes and we haven't been controversial and just do what we do and...
Okay, next. Was there an alliance in the play at last nominations? We have 9 for yes, and we have 5 for no.
There's been an alliance since day one, mate, and there's no two ways about it. Every week it's been denied by the same people, and every week it happens again and again.
An alliance could have gone either way. It doesn't necessarily mean it was us.
Yeah, exactly.
So there it is, guys. Smack bang, right in front of us. The halfway poll. How do you feel?
Ever since the group voted Pete and Tina in as wildcard entrants, they've done all in their power to get them eliminated. However, the group is now split, and Pete and Tina have been invited over to Caravan 11.
I'm bloody grateful that, you know, I'm still here in this place, you know. I just wake up and I think, can't believe still I'm in the hothouse. Yeah. You know, but it's not in anyone else's control.
She was going to throw it in, man.
Yeah.
She come back here and cried, and she was going to throw it in, mate.
Oh, well, I was going to walk that.
I'm going to walk.
I don't think like anyone fully understands. Like, you guys are so strong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only just starting to deal with the now that you guys have dealt with ever since you've been in here.
Meanwhile, over at the south side of the park, a separate group has gathered at Caravan 6, and the goings-on at Caravan 11 have not gone unnoticed.
Guess who's at Nat and James?
Oh, no.
What was that?
I don't know, they're all sitting up front laughing away merrily.
For dinner?
No, that must be fun. Where's all the integrity gone in the world?
Back on the north side, Pete is warming to his newfound friends and tells them that Jules had approached he and Tina to form an alliance.
She came over to tell us about videos. What videos we had.
Yeah, but then she said, look, I'll just let you know that we might be up against you this week, and we want to stay here as long as possible. And as she goes, we wanted to come and take you to the end with us. I said, well, what, if you want to take me to the end, why have you voted me twice in a row? And she goes, we just want to last as long as possible. So, well, so do we, mate, but you voted me twice.
That is trying to get your vote. That's trying to do an alliance. She's saying that because she knew.
I didn't fight, mate. I just said, you voted me twice. If it comes around, it's going to come around and it's going to bite you on the arse because you voted me twice. I put my heart up to you and you've taken me, man. And I said, well, why have you voted me twice to get me off? Because we're scared to go against the group because they're going to come on us, right?
That's correct.
I said, don't be chicken. Put it up, mate.
This is the first time I've actually sat with someone tonight, rather than us sitting on ourselves or sitting on the river. And yeah, it's quite interesting.
So we could have just laid low and just played it that way. And this is the first time we've actually so they've actually missed out on all the information we've got because we have stood back and watched it all go on, mate. The whole lot. We got a lot more stories to tell yet.
If you want to save Ben and Kat, SMS the number 3 to 188 1110. Or to save Nat and James, SMS the number 11. If you want to save Pete and Tina, SMS the number 14. Alternatively, you can vote via our website. Tomorrow night on The Hot House, Jules buckles under pressure.
I don't know, showing the true colours, and you like to think the best of people. Well, I do.
Like the sand through the hourglass. So too are the days of our lives.
And Brett and Jeff's family plans.
We both are going to end up having children. We both want to have kids, and we've got many donors on the side.
The Hot House